From stories around the world to stories here at home, this is the National News Broadcast. A pleasant evening. I'm Dulanjali Ananda.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Charita Minipurarachi, and let's move on to the headlines for tonight's news.
Kanugahava model village built responding to Gamasamaka Pilisantara program opened by the President. Christians around the world celebrate Easter Sunday. Court cases will be filed within next few days against the accused of Easter Sunday attack. New Year Nakatsi tour distributed successfully. The hot temperature over the island is expected to continue.
Now for those and other stories in detail on your top story. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa today vested in people the Kanugahava model village constructed by the Sri Lanka Air Force. The new model was completed within a period of 3 months at the request of the President after listening to the grievances of the villagers during the 4th discussion with the village program held in Kapithigolava. Kanugahava village in the Kapithigolava Divisional Secretariat was selected for the discussion with the village program, which was held on the 30th of December. LTTE terrorists frequently attacked Kapithigolava. From 1995 to 1998 and from 2006 to 2008, the residents of these villages were forced to live in camps due to LTTE terror. Despite the end of that menace, villagers continue to experience many serious economic and social problems. Commander of the Air Force, Air Marshal Sudarshana Patirana, took over the task of meeting the housing needs and other requirements in Kanugahava village to mark the 70th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Air Force. The President entrusted the responsibility of identifying the needs of the area and the task of submitting the plans in this regard to the chief incumbent of the village temple, the divisional secretary and the chairman of the Pradeshya Sabha and the Gramaniladari. President Rajapaksa, who arrived in Kanugahava today, first visited the Abhinavarama temple and engaged in religious observances. Later, the President called on the chief incumbent of the temple and inquired into the well-being of the Nayakatera. The President inspected the construction of the proposed temple, the newly constructed Bodhigaya and Avasagaya, as well as the completed bell tower. President Rajapaksa, who visited the Kanugahava primary school premises, handed over the keys of 12 newly built houses and the teachers' quarters to the owners of the respective houses and the principal. The SLAF Seva Vanita unit donated school uniforms and equipment to the children. The President also inspected the playground and at Kanugahava primary school, the model home gardening project, the teachers' quarters and the eye surgeries performed at the mobile eye hospital. The President symbolically handed over deeds to 5 persons in Kanugahava village. The President also observed the newly erected 15-kilometer-long elephant fence at the village. Minister S.N. Chandrasena, State Ministers Duminda Disanayaka, Shehan Semasinghe, Professor Channa Jayasimana, Members of Parliament K.H. Nandasena, K.P.S. Kumarasiddhi, Governor of the North Central Province Mahipala Herath, and a number of Air Force officials were also present at the occasion.
Today is the Easter Sunday, which marks the resurrection of Jesus Christ. It is on a day like today that Jesus Christ, who was put into death on Good Friday, resurrected. The foundation of Christianity is the resurrection of Jesus Christ. The history has recorded that the body of Jesus Christ was placed in a cave after being crucified and died following immense suffering with the hope of saving humans from sins. The first Sunday after that, the group who came there had seen that the body was not there in the cave. The white piece of cloth with the blood of Jesus found there is considered as an item of reference by the Christians. The Jesus Christ who was resurrected had become visible to apostles. Blessings of fire and water is one of the main traditions of Easter. Pope Francis conducted the Easter Sunday prayer service at St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican yesterday. About 400 people attended the service this year due to the COVID pandemic. During the prayer, the service, Pope Francis said that the hope that the humanity society will be able to search again for compassion in life by ending the dark period of coronavirus pandemic. Prayer services were conducted at churches island-wide in connection with Easter Sunday. The 3 armed forces, police and special task force has been deployed for the security of the churches. There are 1,944 Catholic, Christian and other churches in the country. 12,000 security officials have been deployed to provide security for the churches. A special prayer service took place today at the Kochikade Church in Colombo. Candles were lighted in memory of those who died in the Easter Sunday terror attack. Colombo Archbishop His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith was present on this occasion. Colombo Archbishop His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith said that he requests the government to implement the report of the commission appointed to study the Easter Sunday attack. There is a rumor that the former president is going to contest the election. The Cardinal questioned how is the former president who went abroad knowing about the deaths of the people and forgetting his duties can contest an election again. He said that there is a senior DIG in the upcountry. He has been accused of not doing anything even though he knew about it. The Cardinal said that there are mentioned clearly in the report with names. Therefore, it should be implemented. The ministers and others connected to the incident are freely moving. Investigation should be conducted about them as well. He said it was an insult to them. Therefore, he demanded justice and fair play.
මේ පල්ලිවල බිත්තිවල වහලේ එල්ලීලා තිබුණා. මේ වැඩ කටයුතු වලට සම්බන්ධ වෙච්ච සමහර ඇමතිවරු ගනුදෙනු කරපු අය බොහොම නිදැල්ලේ හැසිරෙනවා. ඒ අය ගැන මීට වඩා පරීක්ෂණ පවත්වලා ඒ අය ගනුදෙනු කරේ කොහොමද ඒ අයගේ බැංකු accounts වල මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? ඒ සල්ලි ගනුදෙනු හිතමිත්‍රකම් අරෝමයා වලින් මොකද්ද මේකට සිදු වෙච්ච බලපෑම කියන එක ගැන විග්‍රහයක් කරන්නට අවශ්‍යයි. ඒ මැති ඇමතිවරු පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ වාඩි වෙලා ඉන්නවා. සහරාන්ලත් එක්ක හොඳට hina වෙවි ගනුදෙනු කරපු. මේක අපහාසයක් අපිට. ඒ නිසා මම යුක්තිය සාධාරණත්වයේ ඉල්ලගෙන ඉන්නවා තාමත්. තමන්ගේ අතේ වැරදි තියාගෙන අත හොදාගන්න යන පිලාතුල වෙන්න එපයි කියලා මම ඒ අදාළ නායකයන්ට කියනවා. තමන්ගේ වගකීම් ඉෂ්ට නොකර දැන් වගකීම් ඉල්ලන්නේ කොහොමද?
A prayer service was conducted at Katuapita Church, which came under the Easter Sunday terrorist attack. Floral tributes were paid to the memorial that has been built in memory of the people who died in the attack. Colombo Archbishop His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith arrived at the church this morning and recalled the deceased. The prayer service of Baticlosion Church was conducted at a church at Pulyaradi area. A group of people, including relatives of those who died in the attack, attended this service. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that the biggest festival of Christians in the world is Easter. The meaning of it is refraining from sin. Issuing an Easter Sunday message, the President has pointed out that launching a new life by freeing from sins and repenting about wrongs and further meant by Easter. The Christians during this time recall reparation by resurrection following the defeat of death on the cross with the aim of saving humans from sin. The Easter period, which is marked with reference with the Sri Lankan Christian community, came under a barbaric extremist attack. The pain of the broken hearts has not gone away. The President's message says that no space will be given for the individuals or groups who would be found guilty for those sinful activities to get away from the law. The government has become accountable to ensure national security without allowing to recur such a disaster again. The President has said that the human liberation preached by the Jesus Christ is a strength for the society. A terrorist attack which took place on the Easter Sunday 2 years ago took the lives of more than 250, including children. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that he vehemently condemns the barbaric attack. The Prime Minister's message says that he expresses the government's condolences to the families of the people who lost their lives, the injured and the entire Christian community. The government will take steps to mete out justice for the victims by bringing those who are responsible for the Easter Sunday attack before the law. The investigation process is taking place properly without any interference. The Christians expect the crossing over by everyone as meant by Easter, similar to allowing to experience light of relief of the Easter candles to the people. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has said that he takes this opportunity to recall with respect the patience displayed by the Christians until the justice is meted out to the victims of Easter Sunday attack. Opposition leader Sajid Premadas says that the aims and aspirations of the billions of Christians in the world prayed during the Lent period will be definitely achieved. He has mentioned this in his message in connection with the Easter Sunday. His message further states that the shock of Easter Sunday attack has not gone away. He says that the justice should be meted out for victims of the terror attack in the name of humanity.
Minister Sarath Virasekara says that all individuals connected to the Easter Sunday attack will be punished by strictly imposing law. He said that court cases will be filed against the suspects who are in custody. He expressed these views while taking part in a special discussion with Rupavahini. Minister Sarath Virasekara said that 8 files with subtracts has been sent to the Attorney General. He said that the Attorney General has the power to file cases. Evidence has been submitted to file indictments for 32 persons. That is especially regarding killings and conspiracies. There are 201 under custody. 75 are being kept on detention orders.
ප්‍රකාශයක් ලයිරු සහරාන් මේ පාස්කු ප්‍රහාරය එල්ල කරන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා දරුණු ත්‍රස්තවාදී ප්‍රහාර 10ක් එල්ල කළා. ඒ සම්බන්ධයෙන් කිසිදු පියවරක් ඔය කිසිදු ඇමතිවරයෙක් ගත්තේ නැහැ. සහරාන්ව අත්අඩංගුවට ගන්න කියලා කෙලින්ම ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා අමාත්‍යාංශයට බුද්ධ නිලධාරි විසින්. ඒතකොට ඒ සම්බන්ධයෙන් මේ හරින් ෆර්නෑන්ඩෝ වල මොනවද කළේ? ඉතින් එහෙම තියෙද්දිත් මේ වගේ ප්‍රකාශ කිරීම ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම විහිළුවක්.
Meanwhile, Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna successfully distributed Nakat Situa or the scroll with auspicious times to all homes in the country in connection with the forthcoming Sinhala and Tamil New Year. It was implemented on a concept of a founder of Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, Basil Rajapaksa. One of the aims of distributing the Nakat Situa was to educate the people on development programs implemented by the present government in an year. It included a detailed document about development programs implemented by the government while successfully facing the COVID-19 challenge. The distribution of Nakat Situa was launched at Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna main office on Nelum Mawatha in Battaramulla. Distribution of the scroll with auspicious time book place in Binuwangudi town in the Gampa district under the patronage of Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna chairman Professor G.L. Piris and Minister Prasanna Ranatunga. Distribution of the scroll with auspicious times along with the people in Colombo district took place under the patronage of the General Secretary of Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, Sagirakari Vasam in Battaramulla. MP Janta Katagada was present on this occasion. Distribution of Nakat Situa at Kandy, Hatharaliyadda and Tumpani divisional secretariat areas took place under the patronage of Ministers Kehali Rambukwella and Professor G.L. Piris. The document with the government's development program and Nakat Situa were distributed in Mathara, Pittabadra area under the patronage of MP Nipuna Ranavika. Members of the Nilava Niluva Foundation also took part to distribute the documents. The Nakat Situa was distributed today among the people in Kegol district under the patronage of State Minister Tharaka Balasuriya.
Railway Deputy General Manager Gamini Sinivaratna says that 21 train services have been added to the convenience of the public during the festive season. He requested the commuters to travel in trains following health guidelines. The train will be deployed from Colombo Fort to Badulla and from Badulla to Colombo Fort on 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 17th and the 18th. A train will be operated from Mount Lavinia to Jaffna on 9th, 10th and 11th. Another train will be operated from Jaffna to Colombo Fort on 10th and 18th. The Railway Department said that a train will be operated 7 times daily from Kaluthura South to Veyangoda. Railway Deputy General Manager Gamini Sinivaratna said that all those trains will be deployed apart from the usual train services. He said that more trains will be operated if there is congestion.
ගමන් කරන්නේ ඊට අමතරව දැන් අපි දුරගමන් සේවා දුම්රිය 14ක් වැඩි කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා මම හිතනවා මේ අර තදබදයක් අවම වෙලා මගින් ගමයි කරයි කියලා. නමුත් හදිස්සියේ අපිට පේනවා නම් මගින් වැඩි වෙනවා කියලා. තව අමතර ගමන් වාර කීපයක් අපි ලෑස්ති කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ අවස්ථාවේ යවන්න.
Police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana said that health protective measures should be followed during the festive season. Police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana said that it is compulsory to follow health guidelines if people visit shopping complexes and other consumer places. He said that the police will pay a strict attention in this regard. He added attention should also be paid on criminal activities during the festive season.
And meanwhile, the National Alutsahal Mangale, known as New Rice Festival, one of the most venerated ancient agricultural rituals to offer the maiden harvest of Maha season to the Lord Buddha, was held today under the patronage of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the sacred Sri Mahabodhiya premises. It is an annual custom to set aside the first portion of the recently received harvest to prepare Buddha Puja. The event was organised by the Ministry of Agriculture and the Department of Agrarian Services for the 54th time under the guidance of Chief Incumbent of Atamasthane, Venerable Professor Pallegama Srinivasa Nayakathera. A large number of farmers from different parts of the country were present at the traditional ceremony with the hope of receiving blessings of the nature and the triple gem to receive timely showers, bountiful of harvest and prosperous economy for the country. Following the ancient tradition, the New Rice Festival procession entered the Bomaluwa through the eastern Wahalkada amidst heavy sounds and filled with gold-plated bowls set up in the pavilion in front of sacred Jayasri Mahabodhi with rice with great respect and devoutness. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa performed the traditional custom of filling the bowl with the fresh rice amidst the chanting of Setpirit by the Mahasangha led by Venerable Pallegama Srinivasa Nayakathera. Afterward, the ministers and MPs as well as a large number of farmers from different parts of the country filled with a bowl of fresh rice. The first copy of the magazine compiled by the Department of Agrarian Development to mark the New Rice Festival was presented to the President Rajapaksa by the Commissioner General of Agrarian Development AHML Aberatna. Pasnaik Tilame of the Saman Deval and Nigara Jayasundara Bandara handed over the bowl of ghee to President to pay homage to the sacred Jayasri Mahabodhi. The POB honey bowl, traditionally offered to the sacred Jayasri Mahabodhi at the indigenous community, was handed over to the President by Uruvarige Gunabandara, representing his leader Wanila Atto. The President symbolically distributed seed paddy blessed with Setpirit chanting to the representatives of the Farmers' Union from 9 provinces. Following the traditional ceremony, the President paid homage to the sacred Sri Mahabodhi and obtained blessings. Later, the President and his spouse, Ms. Ayoma Rajapaksa, called on the Chief Incumbent of Atamasthane, Venerable Professor Pallegama Srinivasa Nayakathera, and inquired about his well-being. The Mahasangha Ministers of Agriculture, Mahindananda Ludgamage, Minister S. M. Chandrasena, Governor of the North Central Province, Mahipala Herat, State Minister Dumiti Sanayaka, Shashindra Rajapaksa, Shehan Semasingha, Professor Channa Jayasumana, MP K.S. Kumarasiri, and public officials were present at this occasion.
Youth Advocacy Network Sri Lanka unveiled its latest disability-friendly website titled We Hear You for people with hearing disabilities at a ceremony held in Colombo yesterday. Youth Advocacy Network Sri Lanka is a network of young people engaged in raising awareness on sexual and reproductive health and advocating related rights across the country. We Hear You is a project launched by the organization in 2015 to promote the sexual and reproductive health and rights of people living with hearing disabilities with the partnership of the Family Planning Association of Sri Lanka, UNFPA, and the British Council. As a part of the ongoing project, Youth Advocacy Network Sri Lanka launched a disability-friendly website targeting the general public and people with hearing disabilities to learn about sexual and reproductive health and rights. The event was held with the participation of many representatives from organizations on disabilities, reproductive health and human rights in the country, representatives of the partner agencies and other invitees.
Sundara Nuwara Eliya Salalihini Vasante will be held until the 30th of this month. It has been organised by the Nuwara Eliya Municipal Council with National Television as the media sponsor.
SLT Mobitel Sundara Nuwara Eliya Salalihini Vasantaya 2021
SLT Mobitel Sundara Nuwara Eliya Salalihini Vasante was a competitive day today with the Magastote Motocross. 124 competitors took part in the event. Sri Lanka's top competitors took part in 14 events. Several more activities are scheduled to take place in next few days.
The Department of Meteorology forecast that the prevailing hot weather condition in different parts of the island would continue to the coming days as well. It also points out that such a warm condition is possible within an inter-monsoon climatic atmosphere. The northern, north-central, eastern and Ur provinces in the island have been severely affected by the hot weather condition. However, such warm weather patterns prevail in other provinces as well. The factors that have contributed to a rise in temperature include the positioning of the sun directly above Sri Lanka, addition of accumulation of water vapor and a decline in wind speed. The movement of the sun will be directly above Sri Lanka from the 5th to the 14th of April. The weather report further says that the sun will move directly above the areas of Telwatta, Baddegama, Dediyavala, Mulatiyana, Attawila, Agunukula Palasa and Udamalala on Monday. Many defects such as dehydration may occur due to the hot weather condition. Drinking of adequate quantities of water and resting under the shades and not to engage in exhausting activities are some of the remedies to get over the problem. Welcome back. A cricket tournament was played at Vaunia Public Ground with the aim of building reconciliation through sports. The tournament has been organised by Vaunia Sports Clubs Collective under the guidance of Minister Namal Rajapaksa. 8 teams took part in the tournament. The final was played today between Vaunia New Bird Sports Club and Vaunia Unfile Sports Club. New Bird Sports Club won the tournament. Salinda Vikramasinghe, who is the coordinating secretary to Minister Namal Rajapaksa, handed over the awards. St. Moses of the New Bird Sports Club was selected as the man of the match, and Karthik Raja of Eagle Sports Club was adjudged as the man of the tournament.
And meanwhile, Kanchana Jayaratne was elected uncontested today as the new chairman of the Sri Lanka Volleyball Federation. Deputy Speaker Ranjit Singh Lapitiya was the former chairman. The election of the Sri Lanka Volleyball Federation was held this morning at the Ministry of Sports. Mr. Kanchana Jayaratne had submitted nominations from Ahalikuda Volleyball Club. With the withdrawing of nominations paper by Mr. Ranjit Singh Lapitiya, Mr. Kanchana Jayaratne was elected uncontested as the 17th chairman of the Federation. Mr. Jayaratne, who was a senior deputy chairman of the Federation, has also worked as the chairman of the match committee and the chairman of the committee to select coaches. And with that, we conclude tonight's news. Do it tomorrow at the very same time. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.